Good morning! So today we're going to be using the Soul Coaching Oracle cards to get our coaching tip of the day. See what they have in store for us. I hope you are all doing amazing! It is Wednesday, the day of the Sagittarius new moon, and if you're not aware, this is very, very positive energy. Jupiter is now stationing to go direct, and Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. So there is some powerful, powerful energy happening today. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion and luck. So, y'all, today is just a great day. And our card for today is power. I am a radiant, glorious, powerful being. How appropriate! Love it. Power. And with that, Jupiter is the great benefic. So you've got Sagittarius, which is a sign of adventure and playfulness, and then Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion. So, I mean, it is time. Like, if there's a major action that you've been wanting to take, this is a great time to use the energy to move that forward. And I've been excited about this new moon for probably 3 months. Because we're coming out of eclipse season when the energy it's been sporadic. It's been in Scorpio, which is very much about going in deep, and there's been a lot of emotional regurgitation, if you will. Feel it to heal it. So just wanted to share that today that energy is shifting into power, just like our card. Express your strength with grace and take back your power. It's safe to own your gifts. Accept that within you is a place of divine strength and inner ability. Your soul wants you to know. This card appears when you're ready to stand in your power. If you've lost or given away your authority to someone or something else, it's now time to reclaim it. If you're holding on to limiting beliefs, or if you're afraid of being shunned, judged, or ostracized, it's time to let go of those limitations. Release any fear of misusing your power. True strength doesn't dominate or manipulate. It's a gift from the Creator that dwells within you. You have the spiritual power that's born of sacred love, wisdom, and grace. This ability can heal others and bring light into the darkness. And this is very meaningful to me because I know the course that I created is about reclaiming your power. It goes into um, codependency and how we give our power away to others because we lack boundaries, or we've been taught to be people pleasers, or we're trying so hard for acceptance because it's something that's coming again out of a place of childhood wounding and toxic relationship patterns that we learned in our childhood. Even if it wasn't one that we were directly involved in, it may be one that we observed, or it may have just been something in our family that was so common, we just assume that that's normal. And then we go out in the world and we continue to act out of this subconscious programming that we had as a child and find that there are people on the opposite end of that spectrum who are all too happy to take advantage of your giving nature. Um, and with the power, it's all about understanding that no one can take your power. You have to freely give it to them. And that's where, again, that conditioning we have in childhood, because when you think about as a child, most often, basically everyone around you who's not also a child has authority over you, and you are supposed to comply with what they desire. If you don't comply, you get punished. And this is people pleasing at its finest. So, our entire childhood, we're taught to people please, and we're not allowed to have boundaries because we're children. And even the relationship that we have with our parents, and not going too deep into like attachment patterns and things of that nature, but every relationship we have, especially those with, the reason I bring up the parents is because love relationships, when you feel like in a love relationship, you have to give and people please to have acceptance and to receive love, then again, as an adult, you can carry that pattern with you and end up in a codependent situation where you give, and people who give tend to attract people who take. And there are varying degrees of this in a relationship setting where you can have just a, you know, an imbalance, if you will, in the relationship, or it can go to the extreme of a narcissistic, abusive, extremely toxic, damaging, dangerous situation. And again, it's reenacting those behavior patterns that were modeled for us from our childhood or our own conditioning and programming to be people pleasing, to just keep the peace so that we don't get in trouble, so we don't create issues. And there's also the inner child wounding that we carry with us from childhood. And a lot of those wounds, until we heal them, we actually continue to attract those things into our life. And please understand, I'm not blaming people for, negative relationships. It's just that that feels comfortable to you and it feels normal. And so you continue to give away your power because that's what we've always done. Well, time to take it back. And the way you do that is through setting healthy boundaries. And understand that the people who are currently in your life, if you've lacked boundaries, are not going to go down easy when you start to set boundaries because you've already established a pattern of behavior with this person. And I'm not even joking when I say that people will act like toddlers when you start to set boundaries. And it's really a very wise thing to separate yourself from those types of people while you're getting more secure in setting boundaries, because again, when you have those established behavior patterns, it's all too easy to fall back into it again, to keep the peace, to not stir things up. And you really need to be very solid in your boundaries, in your sense of power, before you go back around the taker types, because they know your buttons, they know your weak spots, and so they need to not know the new you when you do go back around them so that you're ready and you can prepare yourself for that energetically as well. Um, but yeah, it is time to take back your power. And especially on this day with such beautiful, amazing energy. So I thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helps. I will talk to you soon. Love and light.